Welcome back. It is day 4 of our practice with living in the light, and today our focus is on the value of innocence. So, the theme for today is I treat every day like a new world. Okay, so every day like a new world. The fourth yama is about radiating a presence of purity and innocence, and the contrast with modern life could hardly be more glaring, he says. So we have to live life through the eyes of a child, and as time moves forward, we have to be able to go back to that childhood perspective that we had as seeing things for the first time, and looking at our experiences as a lesson. Everything is something new to learn. He reminds us that the light is always present and that every day is a new beginning. So, with that being said, we can remember the fact that our cells are constantly renewing themselves, and just we have that opportunity every day to kind of look at the world in a new perspective, in a new light, to be reborn, if you will. And especially when we start feeling like we're in a rut, when we start feeling like things are not going anywhere, right? We haven't picked up a pace, we haven't had change in a while, and we feel uncreative, unmotivated. We can just stop and focus on the fact that today we woke up, it's a new day, anything can happen. The possibilities are actually endless. We just have to see things for how they are and not be stuck in that limited mindset that was holding us back in that present moment or in that other moment where we felt stuck. So now let's go over the practices of innocence. Okay, the first one is don't bring old expectations into new situations. The second one, don't fear the present because of bad experiences in your past. The third one, practice trust, including the ability to trust in yourself. Number 4, be open to other people as your default rather than being defensive or suspicious of them. Number 5, be attuned to the mood of people around you. Don't impose your mood on them. And finally, in place of trying to control other people and the events of the day, give them space to unfold the way they want to be. These are great reminders, okay? Sometimes we live in a fixed mindset where we think things have to be this way, and we think people are a certain way when in actuality they are not. Next, he goes on to further explain that energy is given to you throughout the day, right? You do have the power to control how you use your energy. And he says that the more you're able to control it, the more energy that you have, or the more energy that you are given. Okay, so he says there's different kinds of energy. There's physical, mental, and emotional. And a good example is the energy of love. Falling in love is a disorganized state known as infatuation. When you're infatuated, nothing matters but the beloved, and all your energies are directed at your beloved, including sexual energy. When you're caught up in infatuation, the other aspects of daily life get neglected. At the opposite of the spectrum is a loveless existence. None of the joy and vibrancy of love is present. The other aspects of your life get all the attention. He talks about mature love, where you still fully love your partner and you still have that sexual energy there present, but you're not neglecting other aspects of your life. It's more balanced. He says innocence can happen here because you completely trust the other person. Both of you care immensely for one another and you appreciate each other, and that's when innocence can start to have that connection. Okay, so he says you're not building resentment of any kind. You're not trying to hurt the other person or focus on disagreements, and you're not feeling the same old with them. So every day is still a new opportunity to learn with your partner, just as every day you have yourself, right? You can only look in the mirror, see yourself, and every day we approach life in that new perspective with those new pair of eyes, if you will. He compares classical yoga with the teachings that he's focusing on, and the difference is that the fourth yama in classical yoga deals with sexual chastity, and he said for modern society or modern man and women, we need to focus more on being able to purify all of our different types of energy and being present in the sense that how we're using our energy and how we're dividing it up in a balanced way. Not necessarily, staying away from our partner in that manner, but being able to just use the right kind of energy when it's called for. So now for the exercise. He says that you need to make a list of all the people in your life and see how you're using your energy with them. Check in on yourself. Do you feel frustrated? Do you feel imbalanced? Do you feel like you're not able to control those situations? Those are the telltale signs that your efforts are getting you nowhere, that you need to change something. Okay, and then he goes into basically focusing on those memories of the past, of built up of frustration, and just feeling like your efforts are useless. After you make a list of all these different people, start to focus on specific situations. For example, maybe it is somebody in your household who never does their chores, and you start to have that expectation like, oh, you don't do anything around the house. And when you start to have that expectation, you start to feel frustrated or upset. And then again, you're faced with this situation over and over and over, especially as the bill or the chores start to pile up. Okay, it could be a coworker who is upsetting you in one way or another, and then they keep doing the same thing again and again, and you're faced with the same situation over and over. You have to realize that your energy and your power never ever leaves from your control. So you are always in control of how you see the situation. You just have to be able to look at it through a new perspective and be able to say, okay, I'm not going to let this situation control me. And my means is your energy is always in your control, in your power. And you have the ability to say, I'm not going to let this situation affect me, or I'm not going to react the way I've reacted in the past, or this person is teaching me a certain lesson. There's many ways to approach it without constantly letting your power diminish, letting your energy diminish because of these trivial situations that you're going to be facing again and again due to your lack of being flexible in, with other people. Okay. So that is the last part of today's, and that's Thursday. So thank you guys for listening to this journey of social intelligence and living in the light. This is day 4, week 1. We'll see you guys tomorrow.